What's up, guys? Matt Bales here, as you know, at Impact Fitness. Just doing a little walk around of the gym, posting yet another annoying video for you all to see. Basically, in this video, what I'm going to talk about is the different types of muscle that you have in your body. There's different types of fibers, and they work differently to do different tasks. So, as I walk over here to the weights to tell you about a fiber, you have your type 1, your type 2, and your type 3, which is a combination of both of those. When we lift heavy weights, we're using those power muscles that don't require oxygen, okay? So they're going to burn a lot of calories. We're going to lift the weight using that type 1 muscle, okay? So basically, this muscle is used for anaerobic exercise. Anaerobic means without oxygen, okay? Lifting heavy weights, right there, is going to work that muscle fiber group. Now, I like to explain the difference in these is, blood saturated or non-blood saturated muscles. So, like a chicken. I'll compare this to red meat and white meat. The chicken breast is white meat. Now, when the chicken flies, it requires a lot of calories to get its heavy butt up off the ground. And it has to use those powerful breast muscles to propel itself to fly. And that is white meat. It's not oxygen saturated, so it's not, covered with blood, and it doesn't have, maximized blood flow as like the chicken leg. So the endurance muscle, your type 2 fibers, the leg is used for walking long distances, running, our cardiovascular based, muscles that propel us in a different way. So your treadmill, your let's look over here. See right there. Treadmill, elliptical, anything cardio based is going to work that different set of muscle groups, which is for long distance. Okay, so the chicken walks around and it uses those type 2 fibers because they're saturated with blood, so they can endure more, but they're not as powerful as the other muscles. So the larger muscles that don't require that oxygen, that aren't saturated with as much blood, are used for short, intense bursts of energy. So your pecs, your back, your legs are huge muscle groups in your body that burn instant amount of calories and allow you to propel large amounts of weight in a direction, whatever you're doing for the exercise. And then the type 2 fibers are going to be for running long distances and those endurance type activities which require heavy breathing and burning and sweating, and you're going to burn a lot of calories with as well. Now, you have a combination of both of those in certain parts of your body to also give you a little bit of endurance and a little bit of power, because you need to have that for both. Your core is an example. Your abs are constantly used all day, and they're another endurance muscle group because they have to support your body and keep your body erect. And it's something that we don't think about when we're doing, like when we're walking. I don't have to tell my left leg, hey, step in front, step in front. You just do it subconsciously. You don't even know that you're doing it. You don't even know you're burning calories. You don't feel those muscles. So if you don't feel them, typically you have to work them a little harder to get that burned, get that feeling in there. And that's the difference in those two muscle fibers. And knowing that you have worked the fiber groups differently, you're going to build them differently. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, like, if you become a cross-country runner and you start running a lot, your type 2 fibers are going to be much more advanced than another person's. So if you're a weightlifter, if you've got bigger muscles, your type 1 fibers are more advanced. So it may be harder for you to actually do those long-distance training. Bodybuilders don't do a lot of cross-country running, and cross-country runners don't lift a lot of heavy weight. So that's the difference in those two muscle groups. And I wouldn't say muscle groups, but muscle fiber differences. And I wanted to explain that to you to give you a better perspective on your body. Okay?